Photography serves a variety of uses in modern life. From capturing moments to artistic expression, photography is the language of the world. As technology advanced, the photography industry saw both radical and incremental innovation over time. As is to be expected with such an iconic invention, any innovation in this industry, be it incremental or radical, has significant societal impacts. This presentation aims to explore the various product, position, process, and paradigmatic innovations in the photography industry, as well as discussing the societal impacts of each. Paradigm innovation.
Photography was considered in the past as a quasi-professional activity due to high costs for quality equipment and need for knowledge and technical skills. Photography was an investment into time and money and considered as an activity of its own, not connected to any other media form or hobby or social behavior. At most, a family would own one single camera, as it involved the cost and effort of printing out pictures and handling them with care. Cameras were solely used for special occasions.
At the turn of the century, the photography industry witnessed the entrance of low-cost and small-scale digital cameras with a widened target market in terms of age group. These devices promoted photography in all settings at all times, as well as more casual usage in larger volumes. Less specified distribution channels enabled photography to reach this larger public and establish it as an everyday product.
Now, everybody has the ability to take very high-quality photography and share them on social media networks. Good photography no longer necessitates an eye or artistic skill, as filters and advanced editing tools are available to all, easy and rapid to use. Now, photography has taken over as a cheap means of communication, both for public and bilateral use. The power of visuals is being understood and capitalized upon. In business and marketing, photography is an important vector of consumer-generated content.
This is a radical paradigm shift. Today, consumption of most media forms, such as music and video, is very accessible and common to the widespread public. Yet, the evolution of photography and its sharing is a representative example of creation being employed on a large scale and with much ease. It has allowed everyone to become an artist and not just a consumer of the arts.
Product innovation. 15 to 20 years ago, the nature of photography was very different. People had to buy film paper, a camera, and then get their photographs developed. Film paper could not be exposed to sunlight, as it would lead the photographs fading away. Film photography was the only way to capture memories and had to be done with skill and care. Now digital cameras are developed with an inbuilt memory storage, which is used to save photos. Moreover, additional external memory cards can be used to obtain additional storage space. People can also manage their photos with the use of a simple computer. Digital photographs can be stored securely without damage to their quality throughout time.
Despite this, film photography has still found its niche in the modern world. Certain cultural trends have led to the revitalization of the Polaroid camera. This is especially relevant in modern art, with artists like Andy Warhol proliferating its use in the pop art scene. Disposable film cameras still play a role in the industry, providing young children with a cost-effective way of recording their memories.
Another key change was the development of cameras within phones. The JSH04 phone was the world's first camera phone made by the British photography company Sharp in 2000. This was soon followed by the introduction of the first US camera phone, Sanyo SCP-5300, in 2002. Now Samsung and Apple dominate the global smartphone market, with Apple releasing their latest iPhone 5S and iPhone 5C models in the last 6 months. You can now simply switch from texting a friend to taking a picture using your phone within seconds. Cameras have been further integrated into aspects of our lives, finding a place in our computers and our tablets. There have been recent innovative developments improving the quality of these cameras, like the Sony DSC-QX100, for example, an attachable lens which radically improved the capabilities of the smartphone lens.
Process innovation. Over the last 10 years, the process behind how we share photos has changed dramatically. There have been extensive developments across the industry, leading to a series of radical innovative shifts. In the early 2000s, we witnessed a sudden advancement from developments focused on hardware storage to developments focused on online photo sharing, known as the hosting layer. This change was precipitated by the growth of the World Wide Web and its capabilities. 2002, for example, was the first year ever where digital online storage capacity overtook analog.
When it comes to online sharing, the development of PhotoBucket and Flickr two very popular blogs paved the way for other websites. In 2004, Facebook was released, completely changing the nature of online photo sharing, adding the social network component to facilitate easier distribution. Twitter soon followed, creating a more streamlined and open way of distributing photos. After this, Tumblr was released, which found its niche in making photography the center of its social networking platform. Then, in 2008, the focal point of photo sharing innovation morphed again from website-based sharing to app-based sharing. This shift was fostered by the release of smartphones and the introduction of wireless 3G networks across developed nations.
A few key applications really shook the photo sharing world. These were Instagram and Snapchat. Instagram was revolutionary in the way that it harnessed the new technology brought on by the smartphone and allowed users to edit their photos and share them effortlessly. Snapchat proceeded to bolster the instantaneous nature of app-based photo sharing, creating a culture of sending easy-to-reach photo texts that existed just long enough to get the message across. When looking towards the future, some, like scholar Ren Nung, have suggested that the nature of what we're sending will soon be changing, and how we share it will change in tandem to accommodate.
Position innovation. Photography was employed by social elites as it was only available to a limited number of people and in certain situations. For example, wealthy families would employ a professional to take stage portraits of their children. Photographs were considered as rarities and were unavailable to the masses. Today, photography is much more approachable for the everyday man. Photo booths are located in malls or other public spaces and provide cheap, instantaneous photographs.
In the media, we can also observe a similar development in the positioning of photography. Before the emergence of widespread digital photography, for each breaking news story, only a limited amount of pictures or film footage was released. Newspapers would print one powerful photograph summing up each event. For instance, during the Vietnam War, photography was used to clearly and truthfully report upon the reality of the situation. One key photo that resonated strongly throughout the public was the Napalm Girl Pulitzer image, which is now an iconic reminder of the horrors of war. Today, when such an event occurs, an abundance of unprocessed and unverified media is released, almost instantaneously, onto news providers or other uncertified distribution channels. Although a particular photograph may lose its individual value and weight, the global audience will receive a wider breadth in terms of information quantity. However, with such an increase of content availability, users must differentiate between reliable and unreliable sources.
The use of photography both as a leisure activity, form of art, and information apparatus was initially reserved to developed countries in the Western world. Camera sales have now witnessed a significant boost in emerging markets, such as Asia-Pacific region and the Middle East-North Africa region. The evolution of photography, which has been taking place in the Western world, has now percolated across the globe and has been rapidly accepted by its new users.
Photography has come a long way since its inception, and it continues to charge forward in innovative ways. From being an intrinsically complex and technical profession, photography has found a place in our everyday lives. Being both cost-efficient and high-performing, cameras continue along this trajectory of ever-evolving technical excellence. From the sandwich you ate at lunch to the birth of a newborn child, cameras are always there to capture life's moments, no matter how significant they may seem. A picture really does speak 1,000 words.